Ever wondered how some things don't just survive, but absolutely thrive in the harshest places on Earth? I'm not talking about some rugged animal. I'm talking about a plant. A plant that's basically a superhero. Welcome to Sea Buckthorn Science, brought to you by the Sea Buckthorn store. Today, we're diving into the incredible story of the toughest plant on the planet. Okay, so just imagine this for a second. What if there was a plant that can handle, well, basically anything you throw at it? Like boiling hot summers? Check. Freezing, bone-chilling winters? No problem. Salty, sandy soil where nothing else grows? Easy. It sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, right? But what if I told you this plant is 100% real?
All right, let's meet this ultimate survivor. The hero of our story is, drumroll please, Sea Buckthorn. Or, if you want to get fancy, Hippopoeia rhamnoides. And trust me, its story is absolutely epic. It's a tale of survival that stretches across thousands of years and entire continents. This plant is a true legend.
So, about that fancy scientific name, Hippopoeia rhamnoides, it actually has a super cool backstory. The ancient Greeks, who were pretty smart folks, noticed something funny. Horses that munched on this shrub got these incredibly shiny, healthy-looking coats. So, what did they name it? Hippopoeia, which literally means shiny horse. How cool is that? It just goes to show people have known this plant was special for ages.
Now, to really get what makes this plant a total boss, we have to go to its training ground. And I'm talking about the ultimate boot camp, the Himalayas. This is where Sea Buckthorn was truly forged in fire, or, well, in ice and thin air. It's in these extreme conditions that it really proves its strength. Okay, get this. In the Indian Himalayas, Sea Buckthorn isn't just hanging on for dear life. Oh no, it's thriving at altitudes up to 4,300 meters. That is seriously high up. We're talking thin air, intense sun, and wild temperature swings. Most plants would just nope out of there, but not this one. And just when you thought it couldn't get more extreme, it does. The highest ever recorded spot for Sea Buckthorn? A mind-blowing 5,200 meters in China. To put that in perspective, that's higher than Mont Blanc, the tallest peak in the Alps. This plant literally, and I mean literally, lives on the roof of the world. Insane.
So, where in India can you find this high-altitude hero? Well, it's all over the Himalayas. We're talking Ladakh, Himachal Pradesh, places like Lahore Spiti and Kinnaur, then all the way across to Uttarakhand, Sikkim, and even Arunachal Pradesh. It's basically the green guardian of these mountain states. But you know, there's one place that's the absolute king of sea buckthorn in India, and that place is Ladakh. A whopping 64% of all the sea buckthorn in the country grows right there in that beautiful, cold desert. The mix of crazy high altitude, dry air, and super strong sun makes it the perfect spot for the toughest, most powerful sea buckthorn to grow. Okay, so the Himalayas are its home turf, but this plant is a world traveler. Its journey didn't stop in the mountains. No way. From there, Sea Buckthorn went on a global conquest, setting up shop in all sorts of tough places across Asia and Europe.
First stop on our world tour, China. And when it comes to Sea Buckthorn, China is, without a doubt, the kingdom. Get ready for this number. Over 90%, 90, of the entire world's sea buckthorn is there. We're talking 2.1 million hectares. The scale is just mind-boggling. They use it for everything you can imagine. Next up, we're heading into the deep freeze. Think Siberia, Mongolia, and the rugged terrain of Kyrgyzstan. Out here, Sea Buckthorn earns its title as the ultimate frost fighter. It just shrugs off the kind of brutal, long-lasting cold that would completely wipe out most other plants. It's built different. All right, and for its final act, it heads to the beach. All over Europe, from the UK to Finland and Germany, you'll find Sea Buckthorn just chilling on coastal cliffs and sandy dunes. And this is where it gets its name. The sea in Sea Buckthorn isn't because it's an underwater plant, but because it loves hanging out by the sea, totally unfazed by the salty air and sandy ground. So we know where this amazing plant lives, but the big question is, how does it do it? What's the secret sauce? What are its superpowers? Let's geek out a little and look at the science behind what makes this plant so unbelievably tough. First up, its temperature range is just off the charts. You think your AC breaking in the summer's bad? This plant can handle scorching heat up to plus 40 degrees Celsius. And in the winter, it's totally fine down to minus 40. That's an 80-degree swing.
It's basically the Goldilocks of extreme weather. Everything is just right for it.
And its toughness doesn't stop there. Oh no. This plant's list of superpowers is long. Drought? Pff, no problem. Super salty soil that would kill other plants? It loves it. Rocky, sandy, terrible soil with no nutrients? That's its favorite. It can even handle air pollution. It's pretty much indestructible.
But here's the absolute coolest part. Sea buckthorn isn't just a survivor, it's a healer. It doesn't just live in these tough spots, it makes them better. Its roots actually pull nitrogen out of the air and put it back into the ground, like a natural fertilizer. That amazing root system also holds soil together, stopping erosion. It acts as a natural wall to block wind, and it creates a safe home and a snack bar for birds and wildlife. This plant doesn't just take, it gives back. It actually heals the land.
And you know, all that resilience, all that strength that builds up to survive in places like the Himalayas, it all gets packed into its little berries. That's what makes them so special. So if you're curious to experience that power for yourself, you can check out Well with Sea Buckthorn supplements. They source theirs directly from Ladakh, the heartland we just talked about. We've dropped a link to www.seabuckthorn.in in the description for you to check out.
So we've seen how this plant is a total champion of survival. Now, let's connect the dots. How do we get from this tough-as-nails plant to something that can benefit us? Let's talk about tapping into that incredible natural power.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? If this is what sea buckthorn does for the earth, if it can heal and strengthen the land itself, just imagine what all that concentrated natural power could do for you. And hey, don't just take my word for it. Researchers are all over this. They call it a pioneer species and a robust plant. That's science talk for this thing is a game changer for the environment, especially in tough spots like cold deserts. So, are you ready to harness the power of a true survivor? If you want to tap into that Himalayan resilience, head over to the Sea Buckthorn store. You can get your Well With Sea Buckthorn supplements there, straight from the source. Just visit www.seabuckthorn.in. And that's a wrap on our journey with the amazing sea buckthorn. If you loved learning about nature's incredible secrets as much as I did, please subscribe, follow, and share this with your friends. Join our community and let's keep exploring together. Thanks for hanging out with me today.